Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Derek. We are here with the season 1 finale of Bridgerton. I don't know I said it like that, but that's what we're here for. This is episode 8. It is called After the Rain. And like I mentioned, it's the season finale. So this will probably be the last time I see some of you for a while, because I know a lot of you don't like my more the nerdy TV show reactions. A lot of you are here just specifically for things like Bridgerton, and I am sorry about that. So please go watch WandaVision and then watch my WandaVision reactions and Falcon and Winter Soldier, because those are gonna be great. As for last time on Bridgerton, so last time everyone was still fighting. Everyone was still kung fu fighting, and nobody was fast as lightning. They were all just upset, but at the same time, they're like making out with each other and eating each other out on the stairs, and it's just like, okay, we need to set up some ground rules, some boundaries, things like that. And Eloise thinks she knows who Lady Whistledown is, and there's lots of things. It's been a minute since I've been able to watch Bridgerton, so yeah. Don't worry, being safe and all that. Yeah. I don't know what else to say, so I feel like just jumping into it. Before we do that, please consider leaving a like on the video, and please consider subscribing. Especially if you super like this video, if you're like, dang, that guy's the funniest person I've ever seen in my entire life, which I know, obvious. But no, for real, if you really like what you see, consider sticking around for a while and hitting subscribe. I try and watch shows that are enjoyable, and I do my best to be genuine when I watch them. Sometimes I crack a few jokes, but for the most part, I just try and be myself, which I think people enjoy somewhat. So there's that. So I don't know which direction it is, but subscribe. And then if you are interested in the full-length reaction to this episode, you can head down to my Patreon. It is linked in the description below. A note on that, sometimes it takes me a few days to like a week or more sometimes to get the full-length reaction up onto Patreon, because it is a lot of extra work, and I have a job and I'm in school, so please be patient if that's something that you are interested in. Yeah, I don't know. Other than that, I think that's all I gotta say. This is a hefty episode. It's a 72 minutes. So I got me a nice cold pop, fresh from the fridge. I invite you to do the same. You know, grab a drink, grab a snack. We sound like Natty Gold there. Do what you do. Yeah. Gang. Let's do this. Let's friggin' do this, brother.
Apologies, but this is not working. Perhaps His Grace might place his hand on the Duchess's shoulder, so that you both can look as happy as you surely must be.
He knows a bit about being in a kind of a fake marriage. He could dish some advice to them. Now get. Mwah. Do it.
My word.
He's like, God dang.
The very picture of devotion.
Yeah, that's what's up. He knows what's up. He's an intuitive fellow. He's gonna want to go home to his boyfriend now. That was nice, even though they're still upset at each other. That was still nice.
You think just because Madame Delacour has a paid occupation, or because she does not reside within the bounds of Grosvenor Square, she's different? Is that it? She's somehow less deserving of my attention because she's not whom.
Oh, she heard Marina like blackmailing her. So she thinks that the seamstress dished all this info as like revenge. Is that what I'm... am I picking up what they're putting down?
You were very good to him. I am certain one day he will see it.
He better.
It is odd.
If we're being real.
Actually called us today.
Who is it? Who that be?
Rena,
Is that George?
are you quite well?
Georgie boy. How that you?
However, am I supposed to forgive that?
It's gotta be more than just a
Are we
grudge, right?
supposed
Right?
to move forward from there?
Grace.
One step at a time.
Apologies, Mom. But it seems a carriage has arrived back at the house. Mr. Crane is there.
I beg your
George Crane?
Did you say Crane?
Ayo, what's up?
It's a George. Right?
Georgie boy. He's here. He's here for his gal. Did he die?
I have come bearing grim news today.
I know.
My brother George died on the battlefield.
Oh no. Georgie. Thank
He
you.
loved me. All this time, he loved me.
Hey, that's what's up. George is a good dude. What if he actually wasn't dead? And the brother came to essentially just be like, Ayo, pretend this man did not exist anymore. And then goes back to his brother and he's like, alright, I fixed it. Now you don't have to worry.
A young lady can never have too many dresses.
She can. When it exceeds the boundaries of her home, then that is too many.
The Queen is enraged, so whoever was around her should be careful. I would hate her to be silenced before she has a chance to change her ways and make things right.
I believe Whistledown is smart enough to take care of herself.
Yes.
Yeah, that girl's not. She's not Lady Whistledown. Get out of here.
Charming chatting with you, Madame Delacour.
Madame Delacroix. Oi.
Grace,
Your Grace.
Your Grace.
heading to Will's box.
Your Grace.
Simon,
You guys say goodbye at least.
What did your father do to make you take that vow in the first place?
We do not need to have this conversation.
You do. You love each other.
as you
We deserve more than that, indeed.
So give it to her. Come on, man. It's not hard.
You'll be better off without me.
No. No. Yo, why is that painting still up? Get rid of that. Get rid of that painting. Why is that still in your house? That guy sucked butthole. Oh, this is like a big stadium. This is legit.
You don't need to take my word. Instead, you can take the deed to my house.
Wow.
Should I use it, it's yours.
That's legit. he loses and everyone in that house is just effed. I mean, he's already screwed them where they don't know, and now he's just gonna outright screw them.
Marry you.
Oh, snap.
I do not understand.
For real?
After my brother clearly took liberties.
That's what's up.
for virtue. I would merely be doing my duty.
I do not love this man. I cannot marry this man.
George cared for you very much, Miss Thompson. And that will never change. But he would have wanted you to be looked after. He would have wanted you to be supported. Allow me to realize my late brother's wishes.
I believe you should now take your leave.
Yo, Philly boy.
Very well.
This guy's an honorable man.
I wish you all the best, Miss Thompson.
Can you just hang out with him? Get to know him a bit? You might realize you like him. Might be a little awkward at first, but it's just you dated his brother for a little bit. It's fine. Hey, well, she's turned the other leaf, cheek, foot, one of the things. She's a new person, and I no longer hate her guts. Yeah, I was like, this is happening. They're gonna smash. How they, no one's gonna notice this? Aren't they like directly under people? Aren't they like people are literally sitting right above them? Oh, you just throw out your shoulder or are pretending to? Don't throw this fight, brother. Don't throw this fight, you garbage person. Did he? Mondi boy! Get up, brother!
That not only expected, but demanded perfection in his son. And when that was not achieved, well, I shall leave it to you to imagine.
Well, I would think many a women would use the word perfection often when describing this man.
You helped him.
He is a specimen, indeed.
What happened to your honor?
My honor. Tell me, Your Grace, whatever could be more honorable besides taking care of one's family?
Oh, snap.
What needs? Perhaps you should stop worrying about my marriage and instead put your mind to your own.
That is not what this is about.
Is it not? Because I'll be willing to wager your wife says differently.
Watch yourself.
What, you gonna fight? He'll beat you up. Cash money.
More importantly, how did you get it?
I had an inside tip.
What kind of tip?
Good kind.
But where did you get it?
All right, now if those men were respectable criminals, they would rob his ass blind. Just take him for everything he's got. And not only did they win a frick ton of money, but now they won all the money that he won. Yo, I hope they die. I hope someone time travels from the future with a truck and hits them in the street. Every one of them except for Penelope.
I have a friendship with Genevieve Delacroix.
Where they smash. And they do the nasty.
Good for you, brother. You deserve contentment. We all do. If the lady contributes to that, then I'm happy for you.
Wow. Better than expected. Hey, Penelope! How you doing, girl? Oh, look at how in love you are. Your news is wrong.
Would the pony do?
Your Grace.
Oh, yeah. Pony. Can he make a pony out of paper? That would be dope. He knows origami, too? Oh my god.
You do realize it is only made of paper?
Yeah,
Is it?
dummy. Come on, of course he knows that. Gregory, you piece of garbage. You stupid idiot child. Read the room, Gregory. Of course he knows it's paper. Girl, where is Philip? Oh, you are still with child. Failed concoction.
Sienna, I am a Viscount. My sister is now Duchess, and the Duke, my brother-in-law. There is no one that would dare say a thing.
He wants to make you real.
I want you there by my side.
Not that you aren't already like a real person, but he wants this not marriage, relationship to be legitskis, and then maybe turn into a marriage. Get you a fancy dress, gal. Get all dashing and pretty. Hey yo, is Beth Harmon gonna come out here and play some chess?
Only 2 dancers at most.
Let's make them unruly. Let's start a riot. Let's start a riot.
One last dance it is.
All right, Michael Jordan.
Where is he? Still out celebrating?
Probably being beaten in the street for his money. Criminals?
Featherington,
Yeah.
join us.
They're here for their money, boy. That says poison. Did I say Featherington poison? Brava. They enjoyed the money they got from that win, and they're gonna either force more of the same to happen, or they're gonna kill you.
Colin, I wish to tell you something.
I have something I wish to tell you as well, Ben.
He's leaving, isn't he?
I'm leaving. Next thing tomorrow morning, I'll begin my tour. Should we dance?
No, I'm all danced out for the night. Colin.
Colin. The girl loves you, brother.
I require an audience.
Oh, well, in that case. No.
Oh, really? Well, then, yeah, totes.
We worked out that Whistledown delivers her missives to a printer's press on Lombard Street.
Really?
Or when the rest of society is distracted by big events, like this one. It is how she operates. She'll be seized there tonight.
Brimsey, I need you.
I know.
Apologies.
My lord.
You ho! God dang it! Why?
What I know is that you are lost. And I cannot allow you to set me adrift as well. You need
Okay.
to let me go.
Fine. Screw you. Screw you.
I know I've been unfair.
She belongs to the streets.
He does not wish for me to change.
Okay, you don't have to change to go to the ball. I mean, literally, you have to change clothes, but you don't have to change as a person. It's just a party. Oh, it's gonna be Penelope.
No, this is a trap!
What do you think you're doing?
I apologize. I thought you were someone else. Perhaps you might catch up with her.
Okay, you guys need to be friends again, because this is, it's making me a tad bit angry.
We chose to love each other every single day.
One day at a time.
It's a choice.
How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, baby.
But knowing that the two of us made the choice to love and to do.
What if their
all
dad
that
wasn't dead? He is undercover with the,
I cannot tell you how
what,
much
16,
peace
1800
and comfort
CIA.
it brings to me.
MI6, MI5. One of the MIs. Oh, it's gonna rain. Your party's ruined. Keep dancing. Keep dancing in the rain. Oh, this episode's called After the Rains. Dance in the rain. This is Step Up. Step Up 2? Which Step Up movie do they dance in the rain? Is this The Notebook? I like standing in the rain too. It feels nice. It's humbling. In a sense. She's like, bitch. This is not your moment.
I know why you made that vow to your father. I found the letters you wrote to him as a child, and I read them.
That's an invasion of privacy.
Just because something is not perfect does not make it any less worthy of love. Your father made you believe otherwise.
You are wrong.
Made you believe. I am tired of pretending. And I cannot continue acting as if I
Do not love you.
love me.
She loves you deeply, man. Even though you're not perfect.
I love all of you. Every imperfection.
Every kiss begins with
I
K.
love you. You can choose to love me as much as I love you. That should not be up to anyone else. That cannot be up to anyone else.
Yeah. Yeah! Come on, dude. Do not leave this girl standing in the rain. You absolute piece of trash. Say her name. Get her back here. Did you let her walk away? You're supposed to kiss in the rain when it's raining like that. No. These gentlemen here are to inform you of your husband's death.
You're saying he is dead.
Woo-hoo!
No straight runners have questions.
That's what happens. They took all the money too. Oh shit, dude. They took all of it. They are criminals indeed. And then you'll have babies. Like 8 of them. Congratulations, all is well. Now smash. As is the theme of this series, time to have sex. That is exactly what's happening. As you take off all 18 layers of her clothes. Watch them turn not pulling out to be. Watch them turn that into some like romantic gesture. After like they've made such a point of watching him like pull out 1,800 times in this series. When he finally doesn't, it's gonna be like trumpets, like yeah! All right, let's see what happens. Smash City at the moment. Population those two. Let's see what decision he makes. Polo game week. You did it! Happiness achieved! Let's go! Gang gang! Now watch him not be able to have kids anymore. The cruel irony. If he was just actually impotent, shooting blanks.
Well, I'm sure with Whistledown still on the loose, next season will be far more interesting.
Fourth wall breaking.
You're strong, Miss Thompson. Perhaps even more so than me. You will do well.
Wow, that's like the first nice thing she's said in 35 years. Oh, did she write back to Philip? Ayo, that's what's up.
I would fancy anything blue or white.
She's like, these are my preferred options. Whatever you want to give me that fits within that structure is fine with me.
You were with Madame Delacroix last night?
Yeah, yes. She's not the lady.
Please do not tell our sister that I left in the middle of the ball either.
You were wrong.
Perhaps I will come forward one day.
It's
so
Penelope,
you must
right?
know, dear reader, that decision should be.
What if it wasn't? I've just been assuming that it was. Oh, okay, it is.
Truly, Lady Whistledown.
She seems way more confident in that last scene than the rest of the series combined. Oh, babies. Babies!
I need you to push, Your Grace.
Hell yeah. Is he actually gonna come hold her hand like his father refused to do?
Push.
Push! Push it! Push it real good. I'm sorry. Happiness achieved! Let's go, brothers! Oh! Yeah. Yeah. Gang, gang. What are you gonna name it? Is it a boy? Is it a girl? Who it be? That looks like a boy. What's it name? You gonna name him Todd? Or Keith? Or Timothy? Or Leonardo? Michelangelo? You should have 4 children, name them after the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Whatever it is, I believe it must begin with the letter A.
And then just work your way through the alphabet.
We do have family traditions, do we not?
We certainly do, romance.
Nar. Next one, B, C, D, E, F, G. Oh, that's what the Bridgertons did. I just realized that. All the way through Z. Be like Elon Musk and name your baby like XAE12 or whatever it was. A B. That's it. Is that it? Brian Nichols. Who's that? Well, quality season. Okay. So it seems that everything was happy endings other than for the Featheringtons, but screw them, so who cares? Except for Penelope. Penelope's dope, but literally it seems like every other character in the show got a happy ending, and I am pretty alright with that. Okay. So, yeah, starting out at the beginning, they're still upset with each other, but they're painting, and they look at each other, and it's like, I love you, and it's like, the painter guy's like, wow, you guys, and then they're like, okay, we're sick and tired of being sick and tired of just, like, piecing the frick out of this love situation, and so it needs to be remedied, and we'll get to that later, but then, a new arrival, Philippe Hole, Philly boy. The city of Philadelphia arrives to hit up Marina and be like, "Ayo, sorry, but George is dead. Georgie, he made a boat out of paper and it went down the street until it got sucked into this drain, and then." When he was trying to find the boat, he looked inside this storm sewer, and there was this there was a clown there, and he said, "Hiya, Georgie," and then ripped Georgie's arm off and ate him. And so Philip here, his older brother, had to come along and be like, "Hey, so he died. He was eaten by a killer clown named It, and now I'm here to marry you instead." And, Marina is like, that's super nice, but no. And it's just like, you stupid idiot. Like, this man's, like, I understand you were, like, in love with George, but, how long did she know him? Like, probably a month or 2, maybe. And then she banged him a few times, and now she's got a pregunance happening. She's acting like she's been married to this man's for, like, years. And she's like, I loved him, not you. And it's like, okay, but this man is willing to, like, set you up for life, so you need to just, like, bite the bullet. I mean, and maybe if you're feeling generous, you can toss a few bucks to your cousins or whatever, but, mainly Penelope, because she was nice to you. Screw the other ones. But she's like, nah, I'm not pregnant anymore. I don't need to find these marriages where I'm not, like, in the perfect ideal situation, which was a subtle theme of this episode of being like, the perfect situation is not what you need to find. You need to find a situation that you don't necessarily hate, and then find small things within the situation and take things day by day. And it might still not be a great situation, but it could turn into something dope. And I truly believe, unless she dies, that she will be happy with good old Philly boy, because he seems like a genuine dude. And they leave at the end getting married, so that's nice. Let's talk about Anthony and his singer lady. So I feel like I'm not going to go through this chronologically. I might, but whatever. So they're at this fighting match, the boxing ring, and they're just staring each other down like, I see you over there. Let's have angry, hateful breakup sex one last time, or make-up sex in that current situation. And they bang under the bleachers, because of course, and somehow no one notices this. There's got to be someone like sitting directly above them like, what the is happening? Like, imagine you're sitting there cheering this boxing match on, and you know, directly underneath your butt, you just hear like, and like moaning sounds, and you're like, oh my God, I should not be sitting here. This is intrusive. But no, they bang there, and then they go and bang at her house or something, and he's finally like, you know, come to this ball with me. I want you to be on my arm in public. And she, I guess, takes that as like, I don't know. She takes that as like him wanting her to change, which I don't quite see. I mean, I guess maybe due to his status in society, that like if she were to become the Viscountess, that she would not necessarily be able to live the current lifestyle that she's living as like a singer and, you know, whatever else she does, and she likes that. So she's like, I don't want to live that life, and being with you would mean living that life, so you have to let me go. But she didn't just tell him that. She had to go and bang this other dude again, and really only let him know that he wasn't option number one anymore when he showed up with flowers. Like, screw this hoe. She sucks. I mean, I understand that she doesn't want to live that life, but just tell him that. Be like, I don't want to live that life, and I don't think... Like, she also didn't truly believe that he was like completely in love with her. You know, she thought he was more aloof still, and, you know, that's a little understandable because obviously he was, but, you know, these are things she totes could have just said to his face. I mean, before she said, like, you're never going to make me mine, like, I'm never going to be on your side or whatever. But she could have, like, all of the stuff she said to him there, she could have said that before she went and had sex with the other guy. Like, screw her. But now it looks like he is setting his sights on the future and growing up and having a family, which I believe is good news. I heard someone, I don't know what this actress has been in, and I forgot her name, but she was cast as someone named Kate in season 2, which just from, I don't know anything for sure, but from what I've heard is a possible love interest for Anthony. I had an H all the time on accident. And I believe the second season is about him. Like, so the first season was about Daphne and Simon, and the second season, I guess, is about Anthony and this Kate person. So we'll see how that ends up. So yeah, if next season's about him, he seems like a genuinely good actor. Like, I feel like he could carry a season. Like, he wasn't just a side character that wasn't, you know, like, couldn't really hold up his scenes. Like, he seemed to hold the scene very well. So season 2 should be good with him. What else? Let's talk about the Featheringtons and their scumbag dad. So he, I guess, successfully convinces Mr. Boxer Man, I forgot his name, to throw this fight, and they both make a frick ton of money. But then the guys that he like set this up with straight up just kill him. Which, I forget, so like, I don't necessarily understand. Didn't they make a ton of money from this fight as well? Like, maybe they were upset because he was offering his house as collateral. Did they want the house more? Like, or did they, we're just like, we'll just take it both, you know? These are criminals. You know, he didn't set up some normal betting situation. He went to some criminals and was like, let's do some crime. And they were like, sick. We do crime often. We are experienced. We know how it goes. And they do crime, and they win the fight because the one guy lost the fight, and everyone makes a ton of money. But like I said, when I was like, if they were smart, they'd just come kill this man and take everything. They do, in fact, later in the episode, come and take all the money this guy has and then kill him. Which, you know, maybe wasn't like, I feel like they gave up some future business opportunities, right? Like, they could have set up a situation where they get more people to throw fights. Like, they bet on other people. Be like, hey, this guy is gonna win, and then the other guy wins, and they just rake in the dough. But instead, I mean, I guess they still could do that and just eliminate Featherington as a middleman. So then he doesn't need to make any of the money they could have. That makes sense. But they straight up just take this guy. Like, they're like, you're dead, suck it. And he dies, and I think they literally labeled the bottle Featherington poison. Which, you know, maybe that was for the benefit of us, the viewer, to be like, what are they doing? But in real life, like, why would they just write that on the bottle? Let's see if that's actually what it said, because if that is, that's hilarious. Okay, so maybe that doesn't say Featherington poison. It might, actually. It says something poison. Is it? Does that say poison? It looks like it says poisons. I can't tell, but that's so funny that they just take this man, and they take the deed to his house again, and they write someone else's name on it. Is this like a ploy to frame someone for this murder? Like, did they put down the boxer's name, and now he's gonna get framed for the murder of this man? Or did they just straight up be like, hey, you know, we're taking this? Who knows? But this family is now very poor. They were not poor for a little bit, but now they're going to be super poor, and everyone there sucks except for Penelope, so I'm fine with it. Hopefully she can find an out, which was possibly Colin. Yeah, so it looks like Penelope's definitely going to need some saving from poverty, although does she make money from being Lady Featherington? Like, she got a little side fortune set up that she's just Gucci. Eventually people are gonna be like, where are you getting this money? Let's talk about let's talk about the big thing, and then we'll talk about the real big thing at the end. So Daphne and Simone and Pumbaa, they're just upset at each other at the beginning, but they love each other so much, and they're trying to like work through this, and then Daphne, just with the big invasion of privacy, like takes all these letters that he wrote to his dad and straight up just reads them and is like, hey, at the end is like, I understand why you made this choice. And first of all, she has to have a good talk with her mom, because she's like, Mom, I don't know if I can do this. And then her mom's like, yo, do you think me and your dad were just perfect? Like, that's not how that worked. We had to, you know, fight through a lot of stuff. She's like, we had our struggles in the end, but then we worked through it, and now, like, then we came to love each other like deeper on the other side. And she's like, so if you have to, just make that choice each day. You know, love him as much as you can that day, and then take it the next day. You know, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Who's the guy that, what's his name? It's like an ancient quote or whatever. It's like the journey of 1,000,000 miles begins with a single step. You just got to take that step. So they're in the rain, just being all nice and flirty with each other, and she's like, I love you so flippin' much, and I'm tired of pretending I don't. And she's like, and I read your letters, and you don't have to be perfect. You know, I love you anyway. And honestly, it was a good scene. I was honestly expecting it to be a little more than it was. I mean, granted, they've been kind of working through the whole series of being like, or not the whole series, but at least recently, the last few episodes of kind of like working through his like grudge and softening his walls a bit. But, you know, it was a lot less emotional than I thought it would be, because she was kind of just like, she wasn't like desperately saying this. She was just like, hey, this is what it is. You know, I love you and I always will. You know, just try and love me as much as I love you. And then she walks away. You know, would have been, I feel, a much better scene if they just like made out in the rain. You know, these two unbelievably attractive people making out in the rain would have been dope. But then they just like, they're happy and making out, and it's great, and it's just fun times all around. And he, at the end, he's like, I don't know if I can be the man that you need me to be. And she takes Lady Danbury's advice when she was asking Lady Danbury, like, how did this happen? Like, how did you get to this point? And she was like, it was all him. I just gave him the necessary encouragement and like pushes where he needed it. And so she does the same thing. She's like, I know you can be this man. Like, we'll take it one day at a time, but I believe in you. I love you. You can do this. And that's just like a picture of a healthy relationship right there with your significant other. Just like support them. Just be nice and supportive. It's probably not that difficult. I wouldn't know, but you know, never been in a relationship. Single for life. Swag. Cry on the inside later. But you know, it is what it is. And then, yeah, I said, I made a little joke about it. I was like, watch them make the act of not pulling out, like, be some romantic gesture here. And then he doesn't pull out, and he impregnates her, and they're loving it. It's a grand old time. At which point they have a child at the end, and name it something with an A, probably Alabaster, or Aaron, or Abel, or Alfonso, Alfredo, that's the baby's name. Colin is leaving for Greece, while the love of his life, Penelope, is just chilling. So that's like I feel like the biggest thing heading into next season, other than Anthony, is how is Penelope going to handle the Lady Whistledown situation? You know, she didn't tell her best friend, although her best friend maybe is a little more aware previously, or at least is just shocked. She thinks it's Madame Delacroix, and she's spends the whole episode pretending as such, and saves her from the queen, she thinks, from unmasking and murdering her probably, or making her just disappear. And then turns out it was Penelope the whole time. I thought this was fairly obvious for a while, but this might have been supposedly supposed to be like a big reveal of being like, oh, it's Penelope. But I think it was fairly obvious that it was her for multiple episodes. And yeah, so she is now unmasked, I guess, for us, for the viewer. I wonder how she's going to handle that in future seasons, when she literally says, oh, now that Lady Whistledown is still about, next season should be even more crazy. And it's like, okay, well, just stare directly at the screen, why don't you? Just stirring up drama, Penelope. Overall, I thought this was a very good season. You know, this, even though I've watched tons of these types of shows, they're not always my favorite. Like, yes, I have watched all of Gossip Girl, all of Grey's Anatomy, all of, you know, everything possible. You know, I've watched all these girly shows, and I've watched all of Gilmore Girls. I've watched all of the OC. I watched not a girly show, but I watched the Outer Banks. You know, this type of show typically isn't necessarily in my wheelhouse, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot, actually. It was really good. And I will be reacting to season 2, so don't worry about that. And I know season 2 is coming because they announced it on Twitter and Instagram. And they cast that one girl as Kate something. So that's neat. All in all, I thought it was a great season. You know, I'm usually more into superheroes and comic books and sci-fi and things like that, but I will circle back around to this show when season 2 comes around. So no worries there, ladies, and there's probably a few dudes here too. Welcome, boys. For now, we turn our attentions to WandaVision and the season finale of The Expanse. You know, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed my reactions to this season. Please stick around. I hope some of you weren't just here for this show, but you know, take a shot on me and watch some of my other videos as well. You know, some of them are a little hard, like The Expanse. You kind of have to watch 5 seasons of that show to catch up to where I am. But WandaVision, you only have to watch like 5 30-minute episodes, so do it. And it's, well, you also technically have to watch like 23 Marvel movies to understand. That's a lot. Do that too as well. What else do we have coming in the future? We got Falcon and Winter Soldier, season 2 of Outer Banks when that comes. I watch that show as well. So if you haven't seen my reactions to that, they're in a playlist on the channel. Yeah. But other than that, thank you guys for being here. It means a lot. I love you guys. You know, just thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please leave a like on the video. It makes my heart feel good. If you want to see more of my reactions to anything I just mentioned, hit subscribe, you know, ring that bell and all that jazz so you know when I upload. And then if you want to see the full-length reaction to this episode, or if you just want to support me in general, head down to my Patreon. It is linked in the description. But I think that's all I got. Thank you for watching. I will catch you guys next time. Peace.